Hey everybody, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snackbar with more of the Resolute Alliance campaign from Arma 3. So we had some really big success in the last mission. I did lose a lot of my soldiers, but we were able to rescue the downed pilot, and we got some insight into how we can go about stopping the enemy's invasion here over on the east. Now I don't think we're going to be able to completely stop them, but we will be able to go ahead and slow them down, which I will show you my plan for that here in this briefing. So we're just going to be off to the west of where the last mission took place. You can see the city of Orlovets over there on the right of the map. Now, they really have an opportunity to be able to blast through right into the map before we can go ahead and stop them. So we think that they are going to be coming down this main road right here. So this is where we're going to have to make our stand. Like I said, if they go through this, it's going to be tough to be able to stop them for quite some time. So we're going to come in, obviously, from the other direction here. Now I wanted to go ahead and see if I could get into Orlovets, but I really don't think that I'll be able to do that before they get there. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to make our stand at this abandoned factory just west of the city along the road. Now in this too, we will also have some mortar support. It's not easy in this first part to be able to find this kind of support, but we will have it here for this one because of how important it is that we succeed. So you can see I am not alone, and here's this abandoned factory that I was kind of talking to you about earlier. We should have 2 squads helping out in this mission, and the amount of enemy that we're going up against is completely unknown, but since we know that past this road and past the city is a major landing point for the enemy, you can imagine we will be significantly outnumbered in this. Now before I wanted to commit to this building, I want to go in here and I want to take a look. All I have seen from this building prior to this is the building from the air in the helicopter that you guys saw when I was coming in the beginning of the previous mission. So things look pretty good on how I can go ahead and use this defensively. I also want to kind of get a lay of what the building is like in case we are overrun. We're overrun, excuse me, and I have to go ahead and retreat. So this room will do me no good. I see some stairs over there to the right to be able to go up to the next levels. So yes, I do know that it's there, but I kind of want to take a look at what's around here too. So on the ground floor, things look pretty good. I saw some stairs here, so we'll go up. I want to see how high this actually goes and to see if I can go onto the roof, because that will end up being ideal for me for a number of reasons, mostly because of visibility. You know, if enemy air is coming in or something like that, which is a possibility. We saw in mission number 1 of this chapter that they were dropped in through the air. So if we see that again, I don't want to be stuck on a floor with a ceiling above me and nothing that I can do about enemy choppers. So this does look pretty good. We've got a good view of the city. You know, we can stay a little low. And then there's everybody else in there. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and cut the scene here a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring them in. I'm going to position them exactly where I want them to be. And then really it's just a matter of waiting. So I've got them in position now. And as you can see, I'm using my binoculars to kind of see what is going on. And see if I can find anybody. I've got somebody who's already out of ammo. I'm out. Oh, I know what it is. If I customize their loadout, they'll lose a backpack. So some of the anti-tank riflemen or my AT missile specialists will kind of be without a lot of ammo. But I did go ahead and I made the call for everybody to hold fire because the enemy does not know that we are here. I'm sure they know we're going to make a stand somewhere, but I don't think that they know we're so far ahead. So I don't want to alarm them. I want to be able to open fire and really throw a wall of bullets right at them as soon as we can here and do a significant amount of damage. All right. Nothing yet. Now, one thing is the weather has started to deteriorate. We saw some rain at the beginning of the mission. The forecast actually for the rest of the night is going to be heavy rain and actually into the morning as well. So this might be the last little bit of good fighting we'll be able to get into as far as the weather goes. Alright, still nothing yet. But I do know it's this road. Up. There we go. Really, one truck. Alright, here we go. Now, I am using the heavy gunner class in this. This is one of the guns that are unlocked with the marksman DLC. And I don't have as high of a rate of fire, but these bullets do some heavy damage to anything they come in contact with. So they're starting to bail out of the back of the truck. And the way that they may come out now, yep, it's ideal for me to be able to take these guys out. But I'm hitting a little high on these guys. I'm kind of misjudging exactly where they are. I do have it zoomed in. This is not actually the game's vision. This is just me editing the video. So I cannot see this well when I'm playing the game. I'm actually zoomed out quite a bit. All right, here's another truck. I do want to take out the driver, so that way I know that these guys are locked in place. They have to fight their way up to me. It's not something where they can come up to the side and hit us from the flank or anything. Oh, I think there might be another one too. Now, in just a little bit, I'm going to be seeing some artillery fall because we have a lot of enemy clumped up in one area. Oh man, I thought I did get their drivers. Apparently not. Wondering why the AT riflemen haven't opened up yet. As far as using our AT weaponry. Well, the mortar took out the wheels of that truck, so it won't be going anywhere. There's another mortar round falling. Now we're doing pretty well. You know, the amount of enemy KIA that I've seen so far versus the amount that we've taken here is actually been pretty light for us, pretty heavy for them. Okay. So they've started actually coming from the city now too. Now this gives them an advantage because they may have snipers, marksmen, just even their riflemen, and I guess some auto riflemen can hit us from a pretty good distance. So the fact that we are hitting them up close and hitting them this hard is really giving us the advantage here, but you can see they're just throwing pot shots at me, and they may very well hit some of my guys too. Alright, time to reload. Now I don't have too much ammunition for this weapon too, so I will have to conserve ammo. Okay, so that might have been the first wave. And I don't see any KIA for us here. I could be wrong. Because 10 through 17, I think, they could have sustained casualties. Oh, I'm getting hit. So I'm gonna get back. I'm wounded, which is why I'm going pretty slow, but I'll patch myself up. What I may do here in a little bit is I may go across the line here along the top or the roof here. Oh, 6 is down. Yeah, I may go along the top and see if there's anybody who I can administer first aid to. Now this is a good time for me to be able to call in the mortars too, since these guys are pretty far back and it's hard for me to spot them. The best way to take them out is going to be with mortars. Now I would not be surprised if we see another round of enemy come at us, you know, since they didn't know we were here. That first wave was probably a spearhead. Mortars are doing well. Alright, so I think everybody here along the roof who's part of red team is healed. Yellow, on the other hand, that might be a different story. I might have to move down a level and see what's going on. Well, it's good I didn't end up pushing into the city. If I would have, we wouldn't have had the element of surprise here. Alright, so with that mortar shell, we're going to sit here and wait. Still really nothing. I realize the soldier over here, even though it doesn't show up below, it's been lightly wounded. Got him healed up, and everybody else along the roof is too. So we're going to keep waiting. We'll probably have to hold this position for some time.
Team Yellow, get down.
Oh man, another guy hits me. Well, it's good I brought in a couple first aid kits to this. Your standard loadout only gives you one first aid kit, at least the ones that Arma defaults to. So I have to make room for the second one. And I gotta be careful now, because this has been the second time that I've been wounded here lying along the roof. But I don't want to get so far back here that I'm not going to be able to fire. If it ricochets off the roof, and it's just a waste of ammo. I guess I do have another belt left of this. Every belt has 130 rounds to it also, so I do have a significant amount. And with the sheer force of each one of these bullets has on a person or just whatever, if I'm pretty accurate, I mean, these things can be pretty devastating. So I think 6 is the only one that's KIA of red team. Yellow might have 1 or 2 also. Got everybody holding fire again. I want to be able to engage them as close to me as possible. Well, relatively close to me. So, what is that? 3, 4 truckloads? Maybe even 5 that we took out of enemy. That's pretty significant here. Now, this is not the main road, or this is not the only main road that we have towards the center of the map. So while this is vital, I am worried that this is not going to completely stop them. Oh, there's somebody in the trees over there. All right, well, that's not a problem. That's what mortars are for. I think he's going to be somewhere up here. Well, I mean, even if the mortars don't take out the enemy, one thing that is nice about them is they are able to mark the area where enemy is. Because it's one thing looking at the map, it's another thing actually seeing it with your eyes. What was that? Oh man, that was a lot closer than I thought. Oh, now they're dropping off troops farther back. I see what they're doing. My AT gunners come through again. Now, since those were light AT, we were able to disable the vehicles, which means they're getting dropped out there. Same thing as before. That's good, because I don't want them to be able to come along either the right or left flank and start hitting us from 2 directions. Alright. Calling mortars again. Maybe do another one up here too, where the other truck that we had was disabled. We'll go ahead and we'll zoom in. They're calling them being about 500 meters out. Some are 400 meters, so in between there. So as I'm going through my shots here and kind of marking the middle dots on the scope. Aha, there we go. Good hit by the mortars. You can see I'm actually getting a pretty decent hit on some of them. You can also see the bullet drop too on some of these rounds that I'm shooting that have tracers. I'm surprised too, I'm hitting a significant number of them also. The fact that I can go ahead and deploy a bipod right here has been absolutely helpful. Stabilizing. Obviously, that's the point of having a bipod on a weapon, is to be able to stabilize the weapon as you're firing and to help you aim better. I didn't think it would do this much good. You know, this may be something here that after this, I will start making bipod standard on any automatic weapon that I'm using. You know, any machine gun, really. Maybe some rifles, too, and a sniper. Okay. You can see with where they're at right now, it's actually gives them an advantage over me because I can't see them from here. Well, I could just spray and pray. It's not the best actually with this weapon here, unless they're pretty short range. Because again, not as much rate of fire on this, so hopefully mortars will help be able to take those guys out. Mortars do a lot in this game. You know, one of the things about the military that really interests me the most is artillery. You know, because there's so much math that goes into it. It can have a tremendous impact. I mean, artillery is obviously a force multiplier too when used correctly. And you're kind of seeing some of that right here. You know, not only has the mortars that we have, you know, sent over their way have taken out a lot of enemy, but even the ones that we have not hit have stopped cold in their tracks and are hitting us now from a pretty decent distance. Okay, so things have gotten a lot more silent now. Time to get out the binoculars. We've got one guy there. Oh, there was a guy there. They're trying to launch or open up some smoke, but that's not going to work because the mod I was using before, you guys will find out in later missions, it works a lot better. But yeah, it won't really mask anything right now, which is good for me, I guess. All right. So since things have gotten quiet, one more time I'm going to go through and see if anybody needs to be healed. But I'm also going to go ahead and get down from the roof. I'm going to see if it's safe for me to kind of move out. Now, I'm not going to be alone. My guys are going to fall. And we're going to head out this way. I'm really surprised that they were not injured by that or killed. Oh, maybe they were. That guy seriously just jumped down. Skills. All right. Get 10 to treat himself. And we'll get moving. Now I am worried that there might be another wave of enemy coming in. But the casualties have been so light for us that if they do start coming down this road again, we're going to be able to go ahead and stop them and then fall back to this position if we need to. So we're not going to go into the city though. I think it's way too early for us to be able to even be considering something like that. And I don't know if more armor has landed. I can imagine since we haven't seen any right now, we would have. Or, you know, we would know if they had or not. So my guess, again, is that they haven't. In Mission 3, when I was strafing the enemy that were landing, I did take out a lot of armor. Now, if I would not have taken out all that armor or, you know, whatever would have been left, we would have seen them here in this mission. So this, again, kind of tells you a little bit about how this campaign goes and the whole cause and effect. I actually have a chart that kind of explains if this happens here, you know, then this is how it'll affect this mission down the road. It's actually pretty cool, but I don't want to go ahead and spoil everything. But it's kind of cool that I can make a story through something like this. Now, apparently somebody is still there. And I don't know how close he is either. But I'm still going to go ahead and I'm going to move because this could just be one person. Oh, wow. That's a lot of smoke. Well, the one thing with smoke is, while yes, it does go ahead and mask your position, in a situation like this, though, it can go ahead and mark your position, too, because now I know where the enemy is. Alright, so we're going to move together. We're going to go out along that road that you guys saw that we came in on at first. No, it is over here. But I just want to make sure everyone is good over here in this direction as well. Okay. So we'll just take this way to get to the gates. Now you can see the truck that we were in ended up leaving and falling back to base. Now from the map, it looks like that one of the trucks are still showing up in red, which means it's occupied. Like somebody is still alive in there. Now, I wouldn't be too concerned because if it was like the driver or something, obviously he can't fire with his hands on the wheel. If it's somebody in the back, they could jump out. So I'm going to be very careful about this. And I'm going to try to see if I can use my binoculars to identify which truck it is. Oh, wow, that's a lot of enemy dead. And who it might be in these trucks. Ooh, there's someone up in those trees. I don't remember seeing somebody up there. It's tough to see. I'm gonna let my guys take care of this. Because if I'm out in the open and I can't see these guys. Oh, there's another one too. Alright, maybe I will have to get in on this. We got a few guys still in the warehouse, but we were able to take him out. No problem. I did have to skip ahead because there was a long time that I had to pause in between that because I had to do something with my son. But this is the first one that we came across. You see there's dead in the back. Oh, that's where he is. Did you guys see him move his head? That was him. I'm not going to go ahead and fire a mortar at it. I want to try something first. I haven't ever done this before. But that work? I think we got him. I think that worked. All right, lesson learned. The ammunition on this weapon can go through vehicles pretty easily.
Area clear.
Oh, they're calling all clear. So there's nobody left here, at least that we've come in contact with. So not bad at all. That's going to be it for this mission. This was a huge success, a lot more successful than I thought it was going to be. You kind of go through here and see all the enemy KIA. I think this is enough for you guys to be able to tell that it was a good one. And a lot of these were actually credited to me. So pretty significant all around as far as my contribution to this. So thanks for watching this mission, you guys. Next one will be very interesting. It'll probably be really long, but up to date, like of all the missions that I played so far, this one, or that one will probably, yeah, I'll say that one's my favorite so far. So the next episode will be a good one. Thanks for watching, everybody. I sure do appreciate it. As I said, more of this to come. So make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that great jazz. But you guys are phenomenal people. You really are. Thanks again for watching, you guys. As always, I hope you have a good one.